It's that time of the year once again, a time that college football fans dream of. It's the start of conference play. And for the Rutgers Scarlet Knights, it meant an opener on the road in a hostile environment in Lincoln, Nebraska against the Cornhuskers. And it was a battle. This week on Our Football with Chris Ash, we sit down with the head coach and digest the first Big Ten matchup of the year.
But really proud of our players, their effort and their attitude and their focus as we went on that road trip. It was our really first road trip of the season. Our guys fought. We wanted to make it a four-quarter game. We did that. Now we got to learn how to make the plays down the stretch to be able to win them.
We talk to the players and discuss what the hunt means to them.
Do things when people aren't looking.
The hunt is just a general definition of putting in extra work.
The Scarlet Knights talk about the home fans and the game day experience here in Piscataway.
That atmosphere is electric.
You know, having those guys behind us and the fans, you know, rooting on third down is just great.
And we'll preview the upcoming home game against the Buckeyes of Ohio State.
More about their depth. They got a lot of depth. They can rotate guys and keep them fresh. It's going to be a tremendous challenge for our offensive line, and I think we've done a good job of building our offense around these moments.
It's all just ahead on Our Football with Chris Ash.
Tenacity.
A lot of time, a lot of effort.
Play extremely hard.
You know, be consistent.
Aggressive.
A bunch of fire and passion. I represent a New Jersey.
Chase that dream that we all want.
Just want to hear that cannon as you score.
Touchdown! Atmosphere is electric.
Stadium gets real loud.
He demands, perfection.
When he asks for something, he wants it to be done.
Try to get to the dot. You quit.
To know that our program is on the rise.
Goes over the top and the tosses there. Touchdown catch.
This program going to another level.
Head strong on three. Head strong on three. 1, 2, 3. Head strong. Go.
Success starts with us. Every single play, we only go as far as we go, all right? Yes, sir. Here we go. Playmakers on 3. 1, 2, 3. Playmakers. Here we go. Let's go win. Who wants on 3? Who wants on 3? 1, 2, 3. Who wants? Take that disrespect and use that symbol. Just on, please. One more play. Let's go. Let's go.
A clash against the Cornhuskers. Hello again, everyone. I'm Bruce Beck, along with the coach. Welcome to Our Football with Chris Ash. Well, you went to Lincoln, Nebraska to take on a football team that was struggling a little bit, but you led 17-14 in the third quarter. You come away with the loss, but what else do you come away with, Chris?
Well, to start, Nebraska's a good football team. They stumbled the week before against Northern Illinois, who also is, I think, a pretty good football team. But really proud of our players, their effort and their attitude and their focus as we went on that road trip. It was our really first road trip of the season. We came up short, and we had the opportunity to win the game, and just didn't make the plays when we needed to in the second half of that game. But our guys fought. We wanted to make it a four-quarter game. We did that. Now we got to learn how to make the plays down the stretch to be able to win them.
After the ball game, you said competing is not a problem. Effort is not a problem. Toughness is not a problem. We have to teach our guys how to win games, and that starts with me. Why are you putting it on yourself?
Well, because I'm the head coach. I'm responsible for everything in the program, and when we go out to practice, I got to make sure that we're practicing the things that we need to, the way that we need to help us have success in the situations that come up. And we would like to take a lot of pride in what we do at practice and how we do it, but obviously there's things that we have to continue to work on. So we're at competitive excellence when we need to be in those situations to win games. You had plenty of room. Yeah, you had plenty of room.
Your first drive of the game resulted in a touchdown, 11 plays, 75 yards, taking 4:32 of the clock up, just like the Washington game. What is it about your football team coming out of the game?
Yeah, we want to start every game fast, and we started the Washington game fast. We started this game fast on offense. We did on defense also, but we have to sustain it, and that's our problem right now. That's our biggest issue when talking about offense. Is how do we sustain that fast start throughout the four quarters of the game, and we got to figure that out.
In that first drive, you were able to go to 4 different players. Mitchell caught a pass, Washington caught a pass, Hyatt caught a pass, Bailey caught a pass. Do you like using all the different players there?
Oh, absolutely. We want to be able to spread the ball around. We want to be balanced on offense with our run and pass, and then in the pass game be able to utilize a lot of different threats. And I thought they did a great job of that on Saturday, especially at the start of the game.
Gus Edwards stretching it outside and with a stiff arm. He gets in for the Rutgers touchdown.
And Gus Edwards scored the touchdown. He was running very hard early on.
Yeah, Gus is a big back. We went for it on 4th down, and that's why, because Gus is a big back. He was running hard. We thought we could get some movement, but he did an outstanding job of getting around the edge on that first touchdown drive.
Nebraska only rushed 3 there, coach, and the pass, did he catch it? They said it was caught by Jerome Washington, the tight end. A circus catch by number 88.
I want to talk about a couple plays in this game. First of all, Jerome Washington's circus catch. Did you teach him that one?
We practiced that, and I got a chance to demonstrate that myself. So, yeah, we worked on that one.
What a beautiful play, though, in terms of his concentration.
Yeah, unbelievable. I'm so happy for Jerome and how he's playing right now, how he continues to keep getting better and just working really hard. And, that was a phenomenal catch, and I really haven't seen one like that probably too often. So happy for him. Obviously, it was a critical situation, too, to continue a drive.
There's 3 of 7 on these so far in this game. Intercepted. Kai Hester inside the 10 and into the end zone.
A terrific play by Kai Hester results in a pick 6 for the Scarlet Knights. He's really been on his game the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, it was great by Kai. We actually, in our morning walkthrough, talked about that specific coverage in the critical situation and the opportunity he was going to have with it. They talked about it again. Him and Coach Bush talked about it again at halftime. We were going to do that the first 3rd down in the second half, and worked out, threw it right to him, and obviously he took it to the end zone.
Tanner Lee backpedaling, throwing off his back foot, and he's thrown his 8th interception of the season. Bless on Austin catching it as he fell to his back.
Bless on Austin made an unbelievable one-handed interception, but you've got some tough news on Bless on going forward.
Yeah, Bless was playing at a high level and obviously made a great interception in that game early in the game to give our offense a good field position. Unfortunately, as the game went on, Bless suffered an injury to his ACL and is going to be out for the rest of the year.
So what has to happen now in terms of guys stepping up?
Well, thankfully, we basically were operating with what we thought were 3 starting corners. Damon Hayes was in a rotation with him and Isaiah, and he'll step into that starting position. And we got to work on our depth. That's really the concern.
Chris, you held Nebraska to 306 total yards. Usually that results in a win. What about your defensive group, and did they tire a little bit in the second half?
Well, I thought, again, the attitude, the effort, the toughness, and for the most part, the execution of what we wanted to do on defense was there. There were just a few lapses in that game, though, that cost us, and we gave up a 97-yard touchdown drive where we had some mental errors that were uncharacteristic. We had some really poor timed penalties. You never want penalties, but they were really poor. They were on third down that extended drives and gave up a touchdown when we were really feeling good about where we're at. We just got an interception for a touchdown. We'd stopped them. We'd pinned them in on a nice punt by our punt team inside the 5-yard line. It felt really good about how we were playing. And to let that drive happen when it happened really broke our spirit.
Andrew Hart continues to be consistent. He's hit 4 in a row. What about the way he's performing as a kicker?
Yeah, he's really doing an outstanding job. Our field goal and PAT team are going with a lot of confidence right now. And Andrew's stroking them really good in practice, and you can start to see his confidence build in games too, and really happy for him.
So when you walk out of a game like this, Coach, I know that you're disappointed, I know that you're frustrated, but the fact that you're taking steps compared to last year and that you're in these ball games, can you take solace in that?
Yeah, we talked about that when the game was over. We're disappointed with the loss. We really work so hard and we focus and go out there and lay it all out on the line. And to come up with a loss is really tough, but we got to look at the positives and build on the positives. This football team is a lot better football team. We prepare better, we're focused, we can play 4 quarters, we're more physical, and we got to build on those. We got to keep going, we got to keep grinding. If we were going out there and we were just getting beat up physically, then I'd be demotivated, depressed, and we'd ask ourselves, what are we doing? Right. But that's not the case. We got to stay upbeat, we got to keep grinding, we got to keep believing in the process, because we are so much better right now and will continue to be so as we go through the season.
Coach will join us later in the show to talk about a program that he knows very well, Ohio State, Rutgers' next opponent. More with our football and Chris Ash coming up in a moment.
That atmosphere is electric. You see the students jumping up and down. To me, that's what gets us going. We see the student section crowded and they're cheering, jumping up and down on third down. That just keeps all the players' momentum going.
That's different. Like, hearing the crowd on third down, you just want to get a stop or a turnover. They just having them behind you is just like, let's go, let's get this turnover. So, having those guys behind us and the fans, rooting on third down is just great.
The atmosphere is great. You're gonna walk through the walk at the beginning. You're gonna see everybody, meet everybody, and then once the game gets going, you just see you see the stadium start to fill up, and you just want to hear that cannon as you score. So the stadium is electric. The guys are doing some of the chants that we had in the past. The crowd is going insane. Stadium gets real loud. QBs can't even hear themselves call the cadence. It gets crazy in there.
The stadium just erupts. Everyone just screaming, and I can't even explain it, honestly. It's an amazing feeling, and I can't wait. I can't wait for that feeling to come back. The sideline, I definitely hear the crowd screaming real loud, especially during some of our big games.
Fans are good, I think it speaks volumes when you show up to a Friday night game or Saturday night game like we're going to have, and you see the stadium packed and, the students there. I think that's awesome for us. I don't think they have an idea what it does for us. It's a huge advantage for us, and it's really exciting when you see that, but the fans are great.
Guys, get the ball. Go.
The hunt is, the extra time, chasing those that's sleeping on you, putting in the extra work when people are not working. It can be anything you want, just extra.
The hunt, it just means to do things when people aren't looking. We're on the chase, so the hunt just means that we have a lot of things that we have to get after. Take it one game at a time.
It's all the extra work that we need to do to catch up to the other teams in the Big Ten.
So far in this game. Intercepted. Kai Hester inside the 10 and into the end zone. And Tanner Lee, who threw 2 pick sixes last week against Northern Illinois, has thrown another here. Tanner Lee backpedaling, throwing off his back foot, and he's thrown his 8th interception of the season.
The hunt is just a general definition of putting in extra work, crafting, watching extra film, getting extra meetings in with your coaches to go over like the X's and O's of the game. That's basically what the hunt is.
Slow down, Timmy. Half speed, Timmy.
Is going out there with your brothers with the same common goals and trying to chase that and work as hard as you can and try to overcome your obstacles and stuff like that and trying to chase that dream that we all want.
Not just showing up and going through the motions, it's really attacking the day, relentlessly, doing all of the little things that, will make you better than your opponent.
Hey, wear him out now. You got me. Momentum. It's off. Once that ball snap, you're off. Let's have a great day, man. Protect each other. Let's get better today.
That nothing's gonna stop you, that you're determined to get done what you need to get done. The way you work day in and day out.
Just a typical Big Ten Saturday coming up for the Scarlet Knights as they take on the Ohio State Buckeyes. Chris, this is a program you know oh so well, and of course the coach, Urban Meyer, you worked for a couple of years. What's your respect like for Urban Meyer?
I got a lot of respect for him, the rest of the coaching staff, and just the program in general. They've performed at a high level for a long time, and they're doing it again this year. They've got a lot of veterans, a lot of guys that have played a lot, and obviously very talented, and they're doing an outstanding job.
All day from Barrett. Fit it right in. And diving in for the touchdown. Barrett on the sprint out. Hill all alone for the touchdown.
In the last game against UNLV, J.T. Barrett threw touchdown passes to 5 different receivers. How difficult is it to prepare for a team that has so many weapons?
Yeah, they do. They got a lot of weapons, both in the run game and the pass game. J.K. Dobbins and Mike Weber at running back are really good players. They're loaded with receivers. Tight end Marcus Baugh is playing well right now. And they got a lot of go-to guys, and that is tough. It's a tough challenge. You can't say, well, we're going to try to double this guy or that guy because they'll burn you with somebody else.
Rogers pass deflected by Bosa. Intercepted.
Great awareness by Nick Bosa.
Nick Bosa, another Bosa's with Ohio State this year, and their defensive line overall is one of the best they've ever had. How do you prepare for that, Coach?
Well, that's the strength of their football team right now is their defensive line, and they're talented, but it's more about their depth. They got a lot of depth. They can rotate guys and keep them fresh. Obviously, they rush the passer extremely well. We have to be able to do some things to try to slow them down a little bit and keep them off guard. Running right at them is going to be a difficult challenge, so we're going to have to be creative in what we're doing in the run game. But it's going to be a tremendous challenge for our offensive line, and I think we've done a good job of building our offense around these moments, knowing that we were going to play some elite defensive lines in this league.
I get that. Been doing this a long time. I get that. Okay? So tomorrow we're going to cut it back. We're still going to come out here and get some work, but we're going to cut it back.
Are there things about the Ohio State program that you'd like to bring to Rutgers?
Well, yeah, there's a number of things that we've incorporated that we brought with us when we came. The preparation, the culture, the brotherhood, the chemistry that's on that football team, it's outstanding, and we're trying to do the same thing here, and I think we're in a lot better spot this year than we were a year ago from that standpoint. I like our culture, I like our brotherhood, but anytime you come from a high-performing organization that you had success with, obviously you're going to try to implement some of the same things. At the end of the day, this is a different program. It's our program. There are things that are different with our players, our coaches, and what we need to do here in this region. But yeah, there are a number of things that, like anybody would do, is you take from your most recent experience and you try to implement it, the things that fit you, and that's what we're doing.
Let's go again. Tell them who to block. Let's go, guys.
Chris, will this be an emotional game for you or just another game?
No, it's another game for us to go out and play, and another game for us to go out and try to win. I'm connected to our football team. This is our team here, and that's my focus, and that's what we want to do is go out and play with our guys.
How exciting is it for you to have a Big Ten game here at home on the Banks?
Oh, it's going to be great. It should be a great environment. Saturday night football, Big Ten football here in New Jersey. It should be a great turnout. It should be a great environment. I'm really looking forward to it.
Does that change the preparation with a night game versus a day game, or not really?
Well, yeah, a little bit, yeah. On the day of the game, you got a little more time for walkthroughs. You get a chance for the players to take a nap and recover and relax a little bit that you don't on an earlier kickoff. So there's some things that we do differently, but I feel really confident about our process, and I think the players are comfortable with it, too, with the night schedule.
Coach, is going to be electric on the Banks on Saturday night. Good luck to you.
Yeah, thank you.
That's it for this edition of Our Football with Chris Ash. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week.